Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Club América versus CF Pachuca in the first leg of the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup Semifinals. Club América contra CF Pachuca en la partido ida de las semifinales de la Concachampions de la CONCACAF. Starting 11s are as follows. In goal, we got Luis Malagón. The back four, Christian Calderon, Sebastian Cáceres, Igor Lichnowsky, Israel Reyes, Alvaro Fidalgo, Jonathan Dos Santos, Julian Quiñones, Diego Valdez, Alejandro Zendejas, Henry Martin for the home side, Club América. For the away side, Pachuca, we have Oscar Moreno. Or Carlos Moreno. Carlos Moreno. I was thinking of Starry for a second there. Rodriguez, Gustavo Cabral, Bertonga, Micolta, Nelson de Osa, Pedro Pedraza, Usama Adrisi, Eric Sanchez, Gonzalez, Salomon Rondon for Pachuca. Who's playing home? Club América. Pachuca. I'll have them winning this game and this series. But with that being said, we got Alan Chapman as the VAR referee of MLS, of course. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. But they're playing at Azteca. Vamos América. Says chat. What's up, Ryan? None much. Enjoying this game. Good luck to América and Pachuca. Let's give them both good luck. But the first leg of these semifinals, of course, tomorrow, I will not. Well, it won't be my main focus, but I probably will at least cover the first half of Columbus Monterrey while I'm at it. But it won't be my main focus. But be the Canadian Championship game between Toronto and Simcoe be my main focus. But you can drop by and see what I think, at least for the first half of Columbus Monterrey. With that being said, I think Pachuca's the underdog, but everyone thinks America's the best. But in Mexico, Pachuca's better. Well, I've heard there's a history of Pachuca beating America in big games. Like in knockout games, it's hard for America to beat Pachuca, but that's just what I've heard. Well, I know it, but it's a thing, is what I should say. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. I didn't put two and two together. Somebody put it together for me. Ishmael El Fast, the center referee. And we're about to kick off at Azteca. Tampa, Florida, going down to the wire. Jets are winning 1-0 right now. We shall see how those go. And Malagón kicks it far. First leg next week's are the second legs of these semifinals, which both will be covered. Don't worry. Cross in, header past the post. Both weeks, or both parts of these semifinals of the second legs will be covered next week, and we will recap them as it goes. There we go. Recap it as it goes. Who do you want, and who do you think will replace Javi next season? Well, I don't care about who replaces him because I hate Barcelona, or at least I don't want anybody to replace. Well, the person I'd want to replace him is it was Henry Martin, who almost scored. The person I want to replace him is a guy like, I don't know, Bob Bradley. You know, that's not going to happen, but the person who probably will replace Javi, I'd say, since it won't be Xabi Alonso, I think it's Rafa Marquez, to be totally honest. I think it's Rafa Marquez. I think it's pretty obvious. Or Tata. Well, I hate Bob Bradley more because he's the one who almost killed my club. I think Tata's crap, but I don't hate him like you do. You're the one who hates Tata for what he did to Mexico, but we understand it's a very similar situation. What Tata did to Mexico is what Bob Bradley did to Toronto. We hate them for those reasons. At least Bob didn't fall so much upwards like Tata. That's honestly the worst part about him. Is Tata was basically like, oh, Messi got his guy. Or, you know what? You know, Barca and Miami could swap. Xavi comes to Miami. Barca gets back Tata. Perfect. That actually does work perfectly. Yeah, it was a crazy save. Rory sent it to me. I was like, geez. Bobrovsky was spinning around, knocked it out, like not even seeing the puck. I'm like, Jesus Christ. If the Leafs get the Panthers, if they somehow get out of the first round, we are screwed. Bobrovsky's on fire again. Bobrovsky is back on the case. And again, nobody's going to get that reference but me and Rory because nobody knows who the hell Jay and Dan are. Nobody knows who the hell Jay and Dan are. So, nobody's going to get that reference. But whatever. Whatever. Bobrovsky's back on the case. Well, of course, they're the biggest clubs. Yeah, no, Chelsea lost 5-0. I don't care. I don't care. 30 minutes in, 0-0, 0-0. Pachuca's a better team. America's just popular like Chivas. Well, I wouldn't say popular. I mean, I'd say more people hate Club América than like them. I mean, yeah, they have a big fan base, but they're like the Dallas. Well, that's a bad one because they actually win things. But they're like the New England Patriots. They win, and most people hate them. Or, well, yeah, free kick for America. That was a stupid foul. 3 minutes in. Everything thinks America's favored to win this tournament, but Pachuca or Monterrey will win it. The Mexican defender GOAT will probably join Barcelona next season. He's already coaching the B team. Chivas is good. Inter wins the league over AC Milan at San Siro. Well, they both play the San Siro. It's both their home grounds. It's not like it's one or the others. It's both. Yeah, because they have 20 Scudetti. 20 Scudetti. A star for each 10. 20 Scudetti. Forza! 5th minute. Nil free kick. Takes a shot, blocked away. Pachuca to clear. Pachuca is looking. The question is who is your favorite? Toronto FC. My favorite club is Toronto FC, which is why I'm focusing more on the Canadian Championship game tomorrow. If it wasn't obvious. Oh, in this tournament, I mean, out of the teams that are left, I got Columbus winning it all. Monterrey's been faltering a bit, all I got to say. Now, of course, Columbus will be playing the final in Mexico, but you know what? I like the way Columbus is playing. But I had Columbus winning the whole thing from minute 1 when I made my first predictions. I only started thinking Miami had a chance later on as they were sort of looking better after preseason. Because let's remember, preseason was going on when I made my first predictions of this tournament. That's when I thought Miami was going to choke. Which in the end, they did. So preseason me was right. I started giving Miami some hope. So, is what it is. Florida-Tampa game's going to overtime. Not surprised at the goalie showdown. Honestly, I don't want to play either team. I don't like the Leafs' chances against either team, to be totally honest. But hey, if we slay the dragon, you know what? Maybe that's the way we win the cup is we slay the dragon against Boston and then things go our way. Monterrey just lost to Leon, but to be fair, Columbus Crew also drew with Portland. Hey, put some respect on Portland's name. Rory's in this damn room. Well, in this chat. He's in this damn chat room. Put some respect on their name. Put some respect on Portland's name. Nashville scored 1-0. Oh, you're talking about hockey. I was like, wait, Nashville SC's playing today? I was like, oh, wait. Yeah, Nashville made it to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, the Blues didn't make it. I was like, oh, yeah. Portland. But they were. The bad part wasn't there at home. Oh, Pachuca, Salomon Rondon almost had a chance, but he did get caught up there. He was offside anyway. Free kick for America. Free kick. Super chats are on, by the way. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Mora's red hot. Yeah, Felipe Mora. Definitely getting you some results that nobody really expected. Well, I mean, didn't Toronto FC almost do that? And let's also remember that Tim Bezbachenko was the GM of that Toronto team that beat Tigres, beat America, and beat Chivas in Mexico, but still lost on penalties, but they won on the 9. Tim Bezbachenko knows how to get his teams to win in Champions Cup. That's all I'm saying. If anybody's going to do it, I know I'm seeing from Columbus. They have a damn good manager, a better manager than Vanny, and Wilfred Nancy. Wilfred Nancy is still a better manager than Greg Vanny. I know I was wrong wanting Vanny out back in 2020. Grass is never greener on the other side. I get that. Wilfred Nancy is a better manager than Greg Vanny, no matter what. I'm not going to dispute that. Almost is not doing it. My point being is if somebody, it's not impossible, okay? Especially if the guy who was the GM of the team who almost did it is the GM of the team who can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't be so shocked if Columbus pulls this off. Says, vamos, America. Bayer Leverkusen are going to win the Europa League. They're the favorites. Well, yeah, of course, now Liverpool's out. I just hope they stay unbeaten. So when they go into the Europa League final, they're unbeaten. They win the trophy. They're still unbeaten. They have one game to go because the DFB Pokal is their last game of the season, which I'll cover that game. If Leverkusen are still unbeaten going into the DFB Pokal against Kaiserslautern, I'm reviewing that game. I'm going live for that game. Because, one, my Leverkusen content that I've done has done pretty well. Because when they played Toluca, that stream did pretty well. And when they played St. Louis, too, that did pretty well. They scored at the last second. Playing forward, cleared away by Pachuca. As recently normal for them, they scored at the last second. How we doing, Henry? 0-0, 10th minute or 11th minute. Exactly. After this week, there's only 3 games left in this year's CONCACAF Champions Cup. Of course, tomorrow's 4 games left. After tomorrow, it's 3 games left. 2 legs of the second legs of the semifinals and the 1-legged final. Yeah. He's a pretty good manager. Also a pretty good commentator. Yeah. 50th time they've done it this season. Yeah. Nobody cares about what. I'm just saying the tournament's almost over. It's sad. It flew by. I always do this. Shot. Cleared away. Shot. Goal. 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 Club América scores. 1-0. 1-0. Alejandro Zendejas with the goal. Alejandro Zendejas with a goal. That's been coming very soon. Well, that's been very likely to happen. Very, very likely. Pachuca has not been playing well defensively. Good news, they're away, so if they get an away goal, that's a good thing. Alejandro Zendejas, ball falls to him, nutmegs defender, gets in the short side. Yep, easy as you like. 1-0, Club América, Alejandro Zendejas. The American Alejandro Zendejas. .13th-minute goal. 1-0, 1-0. He's only good in this tournament. That sounds about right. He doesn't play well for the national team. And honestly, in the league, hit or miss at best. If you just watch Champions Cup, you'd be like, why is he not on the U.S. men's national team? Should have watched the Gold Cup. That explains it all. Should have watched the Gold Cup last year. That explains it all. I was very disappointed. If we make the final, they should have it on main Fox so I could watch it with my grandparents, but they don't have cable. If not, you could just do the freaking foxsports.com thing on your phone. But it should be on main Fox if Columbus is in the final. It should be, I would think. And Pachuca damn near lost the ball, and they did. At least we have the Female Champs Cup version coming. Yep. Should be an interesting tournament. And there will be a Canadian team in that tournament, in the preliminary round at least, against El Salvadoran women's champions to qualify for the group stage. But this is before Project 8, so it'll be one of the League One Ontario women's champions, I think, something like that. But Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0. I know, we don't have to talk about it. I barely care about Chelsea at this point. They're a freaking tire fire. They are Cole Palmer FC, don't you know? Huh? Who would have thought? Pachuca playing forward. And that's a miss. Shot over the bar. Pochettino shouldn't have ran his mouth. I honestly wish they were. The Chelsea might start winning again if they got relegated. But no, they're safe in 9th. They may actually start winning again if they got relegated. They're not as bad as Toronto, though. Shot, save. Last year, no, Toronto was worse. This year, no, Toronto's better. I didn't say Toronto were consistent, but they're better. I think they have more wins in 6 weeks than Chelsea have had. Or whatever, 9 weeks, however long the season's been for Toronto. Like the past 9 weeks, I think Toronto's won more matches. I think so. 16th minute. And got more positive results, too. Even though they lost 3 in a row. So, it works. 16th minute. TFC should have won 2-0 or 3-0 against New England. A win is a win is a win. That's all I'm going to say. Now, if they don't win 3 or 4-0 against Simcoe, I'm going to lose it. We're going to win. I think it's 1% likely we lose. Probably more likely it's on penalties, too. But we should win 2, 3, 4-0 against Simcoe, even if we rotate. I agree with that. But I know they won. That's all I know. I saw the score on Golazo. That's what I saw. 17th minute. Playing forward is Pachuca. Cross over the top. It's out for a throw. Give John Herdman some time. They lost on aggregate. Jesse Marsh to Canada would be good for Canada. I agree with that. I see América Monterrey in the final. So what? We're getting a 2021 rematch? The first ever one-legged champion, or the second ever one-legged Champs Cup final. But the first one that was in a regular stadium was América Monterrey. Because let's remember, there was a one-legged final in 2021. Because of the way the tournament was set up, if we remember. So we had a one-legged final before we went back to two-legged finals in 2022 and 2023. And with this new format, we have a single-legged final. I think if it was América Monterrey, it would be in BBVA Stadium. I would think it's at El Gigante de Acero, I would think. But we'll have to see how this plays out. Well, of course, right now, I think they have a chance because it's tied 1-1. You asked me before game one, I said no. The Leafs are a bipolar team, so do they have a chance? Yes. I'm not dooming right now. Give it another 24 hours. If they win, I'll be like, oh, yeah, we're going to win the series. If we lose, I'm going to start dooming again, depending on how it is. That's how this thing goes. Just give it 24 hours. I don't want to be harsh, but I don't think Pachuca's been tested at the back. Throughout the tournament, no. Today, yes. I mean, they just got scored on 7 minutes ago. How's that not being tested at the back? But yeah, I mean, throughout the tournament, no, they haven't. Except for that penalty for Herediano. OT in Tampa, Florida. Well, I mean, that's what they've been doing the whole season. So next game's going to be Swayman. Game 4, Ullmark. Game 5, Swayman. Game 6, Ullmark. And then you have, if it goes to 7, if you're Montgomery, you have a hard decision. Do you ride the hot hand, who the better goalie is throughout the series? Or do you just keep on with your rotation? I don't know. It's an interesting question. Samsonov did bounce back, though, so I do hope he gets the Game 3 start. He did bounce back, though, last night, so I want him to get the Game 3 start. But and for my Mexican football fans in this channel, hate to tell you, if the Leafs go deep enough in the playoffs, the Liga MX playoffs are going to be persona non grata on this channel. I'm going to be watching the Leafs in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So, just wanted y'all to know that. So, if you want me to do the Liga, you better hope they lose to Boston or Florida in the next 3 or so weeks. Takes a shot. Pachuca saved. How we doing? Greetings from Brazil. Greetings. Salutations to Brazil. Parabéns. Stu Olden. Beta. You might like watching Libertadores Cup. It's better than Mexican football. If it had been in sports, I would do it. But for now, I still have DirecTV, so I can't watch Libertadores. I know what's going on, but I mean, I guess I could stream it third party. But once I get YouTube TV, I can. I would love to watch more Libertadores. Yes, I would. I mean, CONCACAF. And would I prefer Mexican teams and MLS teams being in Libertadores? Yes, I would. Just so you know. I think Mexican teams should be in Libertadores. I think MLS teams, some of the bigger ones, should be in Libertadores. That's just my opinion. They should have never taken Mexican teams out of Libertadores, and they should. Well, didn't DC United play Sudamericana once? So, I mean, yeah, there have been MLS teams in Sudamericana at least, so, yeah. I agree. I want MLS to join y'all too. I want Toronto and the Libertadores. #23 minute, 1-0. That's. I mean, yeah, I like watching them. I'm not a fan of Miami, but I'm gonna cover them because I'm not stupid. I mean, yeah, I like watching them, but I'm gonna cover them a good bit, especially in bigger matches, because I'm not stupid. Because they have Messi and Suarez. I want my channel to grow. Am I a fan of Miami? No, not really. Do I enjoy watching them? Yeah, they're fun to watch if Messi and Suarez are on. Yeah. Do I know it'll get me views if I cover them? Yeah, because I'm smart. I'd be stupid not to cover them with Messi on the team, especially in big games. I'd be legitimately stupid if I wanted, like, yeah, I want my channel to succeed. I'm not being dumb. I mean, let's be honest. Did we not see, well, maybe not you, but some of y'all definitely saw the Leagues Cup did my channel really well. When Messi Mania was at its fever pitch. Diminishing returns, but definitely did get more views in January and February thanks to the freaking preseason tour. But diminishing returns, but still, 24th minute. With the squad of Americas, they were in Libertadores, they would make it to the finals. You know, I agree. I just hope they, well, I don't know. Honestly, no, I'd want them to win. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would want Club América to win in the Libertadores if they were in the finals of the tournament, especially if they were playing a South American team. I may hate Club América because, I mean, almost everybody does who isn't an America fan. But there's this little thing called their CONCACAF, River Plate's not. Or their CONCACAF, Fluminense's not. Their CONCACAF, Palmeiras is not. You know? So I guess for a short amount of time, I would root for them in that situation. And just as the Montreal fans surprisingly know, just because I hate your team doesn't mean I can admit they're playing well and give them a fair assessment. Same thought process. If a CONCACAF team was in the Libertadores finals, I want them to win. If it's CONCACAF versus CONCACAF, of course, I'm going to go for the opposite side. That isn't Club América. If it was Tigres versus, or Chivas versus, I'll go for them. But if it's somebody like Boca or, I mean, hell, I like River Plate. Just like I want a CONCACAF team to somehow win Copa América this summer. Preferably Canada, but no, I think we had a couple of America fans in this chat. We've had a couple. Oh, look, former Leaf Carter Verhaeghe wins in overtime for Florida, of course. 26th minute. Didn't he beat the Leafs in overtime last year too? I know, I saw the game, and then I saw Cantor son on Golazo, Morning Footy, being a jackass about it. Wearing a Boca jersey on Monday morning. Crowing about the freaking Copa de la Liga final or semifinal. So I'm like, okay. Sure. 27th minute. I did agree with him when he was. I know I saw Rory's message about Panthers. The Panthers winning. 27th minute, 1-0, 1-0 America. Now, I did agree with Cantor on his assessment of Weingart, the Boca right back who went to Miami. I agree because Weingart is not that good. He wasn't that much. He did not wow me as an outside back at all, especially against Monterrey. He did not wow me at all. They should have kept DeAndre Yedlin. I saw that one coming. I should have saw that one coming. There's things in hockey that flip the momentum. If you watch the sport of hockey, there's moments that flip the momentum of a game. That Bobrovsky save flipped the momentum of the game against Tampa. The Leafs, John Tavares' goal in the power play last night flipped the momentum to the Leafs. There's moments that obviously flip the momentum. Now, of course, you have to capitalize on those moments, especially in the playoffs, but there are moments that flip momentum from team to team, especially going into games and you don't dominate. It's very hard to dominate over a game, like through multiple games. It should be. Me personally, I would want it to be Dortmund versus Real Madrid. It's going to be PSG versus Real Madrid, though. But it's better than PSG Man City. Thank God we're not staring down the barrel of that. I legitimately think that would be the worst Champions League final ever. At least UEFA-wise, that would be the worst. I'd be in pain. I would be in pain watching Man City versus PSG. I would be in pain. I'd cover it, but I would be in pain. Because, Man City already won, but do you want Man City to go a double? Or do you want PSG to win there first? You have to bite the bullet somewhere, or hope a meteor hits in London. Personally, I hate both PSG and Man City. I don't know exactly where I would. I'd rather, I guess, PSG win there first. At least they haven't won one yet. I think I hate PSG less than Man City. But if it's Real Madrid, PSG, I know where I'm going. Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid. Hala Madrid. Y nada más. Y nada más. Hala Madrid. Because one, I support Madrid anyway. Second of all, I hate PSG. Real Madrid versus PSG is the most likely final, but I'd rather it be Dortmund. Football heritage, Dortmund versus Madrid. That'd be football heritage, Dortmund versus Madrid. I could be happy for Dortmund if they won. Madrid would win, but if Dortmund were to win, it's a one-game final. I'd be happy for Dortmund. But who are we kidding? It's PSG Madrid. I don't think Bayern beats Madrid. I don't. And yep, there's Zendejas got. No, that was Chicote. Chicote got kicked in the armpit as he was trying to pull the ball in after the foul. That's what happened. 31st minute. Kylian Mbappe. No. There's too much things for me to watch. Raptors are not in the NBA playoffs, so I could care less. There you go. That's funny. It's funny. Harry Kane ain't winning no trophies. He can't win no trophies. You can't take the Spurs out of the man, but you can take the man out of Spurs. just funny that he finally joined Bayern at their worst moment in, 20 years? 20 years? 32nd minute. I know Bayern won like 13 straight Bundesligas, but they've still been pretty dominant my whole life. I've never seen Bayern so vulnerable, so to speak. You should live stream the draft Thursday, see who the Patriots pick. Maybe. Somebody super chat me, I might do it. Yeah, I don't think the Storms start rolling in until Friday, so. And the Leafs only play tomorrow, so, maybe. If I get a super chat over the next 2 days, I'll do it. But because everyone hates Spurs, exactly. Habs are going to get a top 5 pick. What, they done the lottery yet? UEFA Euros, June 14 to July 14. Avalanche losing again. Winnipeg is playing damn well. Holy crap. I mean, I knew Winnipeg was good, but I didn't know they were that good, I think Bayer Leverkusen are just that good. Yes, but Bayern sucks this year. Like, Leverkusen has been perfect. Don't get me wrong. They didn't need to be perfect, though. They just wanted to leave no doubt. But then again, against Bayern, I guess you kind of have to leave no doubt. Did you see what happened to Dortmund last year? Yeah, if you're going to win the Bundesliga, even if Bayern sucks, you got to leave no doubt. And Leverkusen's like, yeah, we're leaving no doubt. Hell, even though they already have the league, they're leaving no doubt. That's the exact way they're playing, which I love it. But they didn't need to be perfect. They didn't need to be invincible. They just are. '35th minute. Cross in. Shot. Oh, past the post. Adrisi. Inches away from curling one in there to get the away goal. Lord have mercy. That was an amazing shot by Adrisi. I thought he had it. Corner for Pachuca. Took a deflection out. I thought he had that. I really did. Would you cry if Spurs won a trophy? No, honestly, I probably would be happy for him. Even though I hate Spurs, it'd be like, you know what? I know how they feel. It's like the Leafs, It's like the Leafs. If the Leafs won a Stanley Cup, there's probably going to be a lot of fans crying. Leafs fans crying of happiness, and the rest of the hockey fans crying of hate. I don't want to feel like an asshole. Malagon's down. So, you know what? I'll give Spurs their due. I know how they feel. Because the Leafs are it's a very similar situation, They haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1967. I think I know how I would feel if the Leafs won a Stanley Cup. I think. That's exactly how Spurs fans would feel if they won a trophy, even if it was just the Carabao Cup. And hell, 2008's a lot more recent than 1967. But they probably lost the same amount of trophies because you play for more trophies in football than just the one. Well, you also have the President's Trophy, but nobody gives a shit about that unless you win it. Just like the Supporter Shield in MLS. But, probably. I'm not going to lie. If you were here a year ago when the Leafs beat Tampa Bay Lightning, I think you saw me. I cried on camera just a little bit during the stream and during the review. Not much, but you could catch it. If they won the Stanley Cup, I don't know if I would talk for 5 minutes. I'd either be screaming at the top of my lungs, running around this room in circles, or not talking for 5 minutes because I need to pinch myself. I don't know which, to be totally honest. I don't know which, to be totally honest. See, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I want. No joke. That's what I want y'all to see. I know most of y'all don't give a shit about hockey. But one, this is my channel. Second of all, Leafs are my team. Third of all, you still watch this channel for me. So I am 24 years old. So by the math, no, I have not. Again, the last time they won it was 1967. And I haven't even watched highlights of that series because you really can't. They didn't even have the freaking film during COVID for that series on NHL Network. So, no. Any of those early series. Playing forward is Pachuca, 38th minute. I think Coventry were robbed. I hate it for him. And Anthony's a jackass. The Man United Anthony, not the Portland Anthony. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Dude, you didn't have any shots on net. You didn't have the balls to take a penalty, and you're turning around like trolling them after the penalty shootout. That's just bullshit. Like, you can only win one trophy in hockey, and that's the Stanley Cup. Well, I guess also the President's Trophy, but they already lost that. Of course, I'm going to laugh at Chris Armas, even if he's good. Because I don't care how good he is, I'll still think of that horrible time he was the Toronto manager. So, there's your answer. Me too. Shot, goal, 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 goal de Pachuca! Uno, Mikota with a header. Uno. Gol de visita de Pachuca. Andres Mikota. Header. Into the net. 1-1. Andres Mikota late in the half. That goal's been coming too. '40th minute. Top. I honestly, no, I didn't. Why would I? I would honestly be happy, but 1-1. Checking on VAR. It's a goal. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. Esta noche. Y global. Goals de visitar para Pachuca. Away goals for Pachuca. It's 1-1 going into halftime, at least for now. We still have a couple of minutes to play. Mikota with a goal. No chat on Rumble. Good response from Pachuca. They've been looking for that one. They've been on the ball for a while. They've been looking for that one. So good for them. They got the goal that we expected them to get. See what answer. A 1-1 draw for Pachuca isn't bad, especially going home. Now, you could say that Club América has been worse at their own stadium this whole tournament, but I think Pachuca does have a good chance of winning at home, especially with the fact that, well, the last thing he said was the F word in this chat. He's not happy about the goal. Colorado tied it 1-1. Here you are. Yeah, that wasn't. No. I don't know why I butchered that so much. 42nd minute. Are you watching the Jets? No. I'm watching football right now. Vamos Pachuca. Well, at least they're drawing. That's the good news. I'm here mad, but here. Well, I respect it. I respect it. 43rd minute. I respect it. They have definitely pulled back since they scored. They've definitely pulled off the gas since they've scored. And Pachuca's definitely answered. Now, will there be an answer back? Yeah, but also in this tournament, they haven't played well at Azteca. Their best home game was honestly against Real Estelí. And that wasn't even at the Azteca. That was the Estadio Azul, which I don't even know why that was the Estadio. I know it's probably because of the renovations of Azteca, but why the hell that game was at Estadio Azul with them playing their other 3 rounds at Azteca? I don't know. I don't know what made the decision completely for them to host Esteli at Estadio Azul, but again, it probably had something to do with the renovations, but they played every other game at Azteca, so I don't know. Mark Scheifele scores for the Jets, 2-1. Oof. You good, Malha? Damn, the Jets been scoring. Jesus. Well, Cruz Azul's been playing at Estadio Azul. I know that. I'm talking about America. Like, why one game? Why one wild game in Estadio Azul? I get why. I get why it happened, or at least partially, but I can't just for one game because of the renovations. It makes no sense. There's got to be more to it. The more I think about it, there's got to be more to it. 45th minute. Plays over the top, saved by Malagon. All this talk for a new stadium just to be put back into our old one. Yeah. Dude, it's his display name. What do you want me to call him? It's like calling Major League Soccer Major League Football. Do I want to do it? Yes. Do I want to call it MLF, Major League Football? Yes. Would I sound like a total asshole if I did it? Yes. Because that's not the name of the league. Same thing with Canada. Same thing with the Canadian and U.S. Federation. That's not their name. I can't get around it. There's sometimes I just can't get around saying the S name of this sport. Do I like it? No. Do I at least understand there's sometimes I can't get around it? I don't disagree. But 46 minute. Well, one's in Mexico City, one's in Monterrey. America is dominating. What the hell? Doesn't matter, they're drawing. What matters is that score line, you see. Yeah, I think we'll do a paper pop. You know what matters is the score line. Paper pop. It's not about what happens on the rest of the scorecard. It's about what happens on that score line. Those are the 2 numbers that matter. Maybe 3. Do you think Pachuca will win this year? In my dream, I saw Pachuca beating Al Ali. Cross in. Oh, Rondon. Gets the touch, but it goes wide. Sucks that Man City's out of the UEFA Champions League. I don't want Madrid winning the 15th Champions League, but that might just happen. I'm glad Man City's out. Now, hopefully PSG doesn't win. And it's probably going to be Madrid that has to make sure that doesn't happen. But sorry for your team. Paper pop. It's 47th minute. Playing forward. I think Pachuca could win tonight. Yeah. They've honestly had more. I think they've honestly had more quality possession since they got scored on. Of course, there's a halftime. They have to come out and keep doing that, but América could easily flip it in the second half. Pachuca could keep pushing in the second half. I feel like it's going to be either América or Monterrey winning it this year. "47th minute. I want Columbus Crew to win, though. I think Columbus, as I said, I had Columbus winning the whole thing at the start of the tournament. So I've believed in Columbus this whole time. I had Columbus winning the whole thing since day one, and I still do. Now that they're the ones. Well, I don't think I made a final prediction. I just predicted each round, but as of now, I still have them winning. Miami never became my predicted champions, even when they looked like they were playing better. 48th minute. Paper pop in Ryan's face. I'm the one who does the paper pops here. And it's halftime, 1-1. Uno, miro tiempo. Uno. It's only 1/4 of this tie down. 3/4 more to go. With that being said, it's 1-1. Pachuca got back the equalizer. And we shall see how this second half starts to unfold. Speaking of other matches around the region, Calgary wins their Canadian Championship tie 1-0 over Vancouver FC. I predicted Calgary to win that tie, so let me mark that on the card. Calgary through. Good. Toronto plays Simcoe tomorrow. Of course, we'll be live for that one. Tobias Warcheski scores for Calvary. So Calvary moves on to play. I shouldn't have put those cards away. Calvary will move on to play the Vancouver Whitecaps in a two-legged tie in the quarters. Here we go. Well, actually, there's 3 Vancouver teams, don't you know? There's Vancouver FC in Langley, British Columbia, the Vancouver Whitecaps at BC Place, and, of course, on Vancouver Island, you have Pacific FC. There are 3 teams in Vancouver. 2 CPL, 1 MLS. Because if you remember, the Vancouver Whitecaps played at Starlight Stadium during the Champions Cup instead of BC Place. It's the top 10. So it's going to be an NBA-style repechaje. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 versus 10. Well, that means I'll take a short break, but it's an NBA-style repechaje. 3 games, double in, double out, pretty much. With that being said, we'll take a short break. We'll be back for the stats of the half, all that great stuff. Sit tight. 1-1 draw. for the stats, the half. I can tell you why. Say his name and he appears. I believe in John Herdman. I believe in John Herdman. With a reference you might just get. But yeah, Vancouver's been pretty good this year, the Whitecaps. Pachuca's better at attacking. Looks like it so far. Vancouver's on a streak. They beat Seattle, which honestly I don't know what's going on with Seattle. It's like this year they're worse than dog crap. They're horrible this year. I'm feasting on it though. I'm feasting on it though. It's fun to watch Seattle suck. How's it feel, Rave Green? It's your turn to suck now. Yeah, we're destined to do this forever when it comes to Toronto and Seattle, but it's your turn to suck now. Pachuca's one of the best CONCACAF teams at attacking so far, yeah. Me too. Pachuca's Rondon. He's a good player. Colorado tied it again 2-2. Our goalie pisses me off. Had you on full volume. Which was the worst part? Stats at the half. 52% possession to 48% possession. 5 shots to 7. 2 shots on target to 3. 168 accurate passes, 79% to 155, 80%. 8 fouls to 10. 1 corner to 4. 5 shots to 7. 2 shots on goal to 3. Pachuca's doing better in a lot of cases. Damn. 214 passes to 194. 79% pass accuracy to 80. We got 10 throws to 9. 1 offside to 2. 1 yellow card to 0. 0 red card 0. 1-1. Medio tiempo 1-1 at the half. América scored early. They were knocking at the door. They rightfully scored early with Zendejas. Then Pachuca started gaining more possession, pushing the ball forward, creating plays. América was on the back foot. And Pachuca got their goal. So with that being said, good for Pachuca to tie it up. They got what they deserved. It's a deserved draw. I think Pachuca's the slightly better team because they've played better for most of the half. We'll see what happens in the second half. Daniel with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you for the $9.99. Thoughts on NYCFC's momentum in the last 3 weeks? What can we do to continue to grow? New York City FC has been playing much better than early this season over the past 3 weeks. They've been playing a lot better for the past 3 weeks. They have been a little bit tougher as a group. They've been a better side as these weeks have played out. Let's see what the results, what they've been playing. They played at home against DC, where DC is not a great team, but New York did their job. They got 2 goals. They played against Revolution in New York, and then they drew against Atlanta in Citi Field. So 3 straight home games. They've played very well. Of course, that definitely matters in the situation, considering New York is a very good home team. They drew Miami in Miami. Of course, they had beat Toronto in this stretch. Of course, 2-1 at home. They've played very well recently, besides the Cincinnati loss. Just going back to the Toronto win for the past month. Just right before the international or after the international break. They've been playing very well. They've been a good side. They've been a tough group. They're getting results at their house, which is what you need to do. They got a result on the road. They played okay against Cincinnati. They're playing well against teams that are under them or right around them. They need to start getting these, or what you would think is right around them. You need to start getting better results against teams above you. But the schedule favors New York, that they can build some confidence, which they are doing, and they can easily keep on building confidence and building wins. They're playing Charlotte on the weekend. That's a winnable game. New York City FC hosting Colorado. That's a winnable game. Toronto versus NYCFC in Toronto. I'd say Toronto could win that game on a real pitch. But again, New York has beaten Toronto already this year, so it could be an opposite situation of how the Charlotte game went. But we'll see. Philadelphia, New York, that's a possible win, even though Philadelphia has been good enough this year. That's a possible win. Red Bull versus NYCFC, that's a derby. They have a pretty simple, for the next month, they have a pretty winnable schedule as well. So the more they can draw in wins and points, that's a very good thing. They're in a playoff spot right now. They've gotten better since the start of the season. They've started to bounce back. This may be a sort of Sporting Kansas City type run, in my opinion. You know how Sporting Kansas City did last year? Started badly, bounced back, and then got to the playoffs and made a little bit of a run. NYCFC could be that team this year. They could be the Sporting Kansas City of this year. I agree. So things are going well for New York in my book, I think. Colorado scored 3-2. Parise, good. So that's my thoughts. And I guess for everybody that I said I would do the NFL draft live for the Patriots on night one, I guess that $9.99 counts, even though Daniel had no idea. We got a $9.99 super chat. I think that's worth my time for 2 hours of the NFL draft. So I will be live on Thursday. I'll make it tomorrow. But I will be live Thursday night for the NFL draft. You will see my reaction live to the New England Patriots pick. And I don't know if I'll do a RSR for it, so to speak. I may just be live for all the picks. I will do the whole first round. See if there's any Mississippi State players. But since I said if I get a super chat, I'll do it, even though Daniel had no idea of that being the case. I will be live for the first round of the NFL draft on Thursday night. So anybody who wanted that, you'll see my reaction to the Patriots pick on Thursday night, which I'm sure you want to see me react to a Patriots number 3 pick, because that's never been possible in my whole life, because they were always drafting well. So what does everybody think about that? What does everybody think about that? Because I know some people wanted an NFL draft first round stream to see my reaction to the Patriots first pick. So, as I said, if I got a super chat, which I basically openly said, we'll do it. So, Daniel, for the people, thank Daniel if you wanted a NFL draft stream. Thank him. Thank him. He got one for you. He got one for you. Thoughts on Al Hilal versus the UAE team, and who would you want the UAE team to face? Toronto. I think Toronto could beat Al Ain. Yeah, I think they could. Hell, I think they could beat Al Hilal. More than half of goals versus America have been headers. So work on it. So work on it. So work on it. Fix it. Fix it. That's what a coach should do. Are you sure you know everything between players' college career? Out of the first round players, yeah, I think I know enough about these first round players. And if it's a Mississippi State player, I'll give you everything you need to know. If Bookie Watson goes in the first round, or Jet Johnson, or Bookie Watson, I said Bookie Watson, yeah. Bookie Watson, Jet Johnson, if they go, there you go. I had no idea. I'm very glad to help. Plus, I need to visit an NFL stadium. You made some people very happy tonight. Especially, well, you'll make them happy on Thursday, but whatever. But people were asking for it, so you got to make it worth my while. Not you per se, but I wasn't just gonna up and do it. I admitted that much for the NFL draft. I needed some cajoling. I think a $10 super chat's enough, even if Daniel didn't know. Second half's about to start. Even though the Patriots are number 3. That wasn't enough for me. Which player from the UAE team would you want on Toronto if Toronto had to get a player from that team? Honestly, nobody. I would still rather run with Prince Owusu as a striker. So now Alejandro Pozuelo plays in the UAE. He plays for Al Jazeera club. I want Pozuelo back. I want Pozuelo back, but he don't play for Al Ain. Also, Jessica Carter, she's on your team. She got drafted to NY Liberty. Yep, Jessica Carter of Mississippi State got drafted to New York Liberty. I'm very happy for her. She's a very good player. Tough player. Knows her way around the floor. Very hard worker. A player that Sam Purcell really leaned on the team the past couple of years. Yeah, Carter is a very good player. She's a very good player. Hard worker. Always puts energy into the game. I think Liberty got a good one. I think they got a good one. So, yeah. (46 minute). Manson scores for Avalanche 4-2. So is that bar down Winnipeg Jets jackass feeling okay now? So is there any truth to Jesse Marsh for Canada, or was I fooled? It sounds like Jesse Marsh is the American candidate for the Canadian men's national team manager job. Yes. It sounds like he's the American candidate. It's not like they said American candidate and it's Bob Bradley. No, it looks like Jesse Marsh is in there in the running for the international candidates. So you weren't fooled. It's not a done deal, but he's in the running. So that's the good news. Should I go to the NCAA Wrestling D1 Championships in Philadelphia next year, April 2025? I'm becoming a wrestling fan, but I want to see a show on the college and independent level. I hate to tell you, but the college wrestling is Greco-Roman mat wrestling. Now, if you want to go and watch that, that's fine. Maybe you will see a future WWE superstar there, but the NCAA Wrestling Championships is real wrestling, like Brock Lesnar used to do, like Shelton Benjamin used to do. It's Greco-Roman mat wrestling now. If you enjoy catch wrestling, I mean, sure, go ahead, but it's not what you think. Now, because you threw the independent level in there, so yeah. So, hey, if you want to watch it, fine by me. You could hear a pin drop, feel sorry for Jets fans, not. As I said, is that jackass from Bar Down crying now? Is that Winnipeg jackass from Bar Down crying now? Jesse, I think. I don't know. I think that's his name. I know they're not going to win, but I'll still be live for those games. She good as a center. How many times she could block? 6'5". Good center. Good blocker. Good rebounder. As far as I've watched. Corner for America. Yeah, there we go. That guy. Jesse Pollock, the Winnipeg fan. I can't stand him. He is a jackass. Can McKinnon win the Hart Trophy? Crossing. Header. I mean, Matthews should win the Hart. Most valuable player in the NHL, that should be Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews should win the Hart. Hate to tell, I mean, McKinnon can, but Austin Matthews should win the Hart. Or Connor McDavid. But yeah, the top three should be Connor McDavid, McKinnon, Matthews. You should believe it. You're the better team. 49th minute. One, uno, 50th minute. Panarin! Forsberg scores for Nashville. Somebody said Artemi Panarin would get their vote for the Hart. What the hell is wrong with you? No way. No way. I mean, yeah, they won the President's Trophy, but McKinnon, McDavid, Kucherov, Matthews, you put Panarin? What? That is the funniest thing. What? Kucherov, McDavid, Matthews, McKinnon. And you say Panarin. No way. No way. No way. That's no way. 51st minute. I'd rather give it to Draisaitl than Panarin. What are we talking here? What are we talking about here? Draisaitl deserves it more than Panarin. Dude. No, we're not going to go there. No, I'm not. No. Max Domi deserves it more than Panarin. Are you out of your mind? I was about to say Marner, but I'm not doing that. Max Domi deserves the Hart more than Panarin. Maximum Domi. Are you a Max Domi stan? Why do you ask? Why do you ask? Will you do a watch along for Columbus Crew versus Montreal to see Wolff or Nancy beat up his old team, the Scum? If they play on a Sunday at like 3 o'clock, if they're playing at the same time as Toronto, no. But definitely remind me of the score. Playing forward. Shot, save! What a save, Pachuca. Definitely remind me of the score. Saturday is the 27th. Mm-hmm. Yep. Rangers is a contender for Stanley Cup. They might win the double. I didn't say they wouldn't. I just said Panarin's not a Hart Trophy contender compared to McKinnon, Matthews, McDavid, Kucherov. Honestly, Draisaitl. Yep, they're playing at the same. They're playing at the same time. Sorry. Montreal and Toronto are both playing at the same time. So sorry. Nope. Toronto. 53rd minute. I figured as much, but I was going to give it a chance. Figured as much, but I was going to give it a chance to check it. Pachuca playing forward. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Cross in. That's out for a corner for Pachuca. I like it. Whoop that trick. I like it. Fred's having a bounce back game. That doesn't surprise me. Speaking of, whoop that Trick. Trick Williams just won the NXT Championship, by the way. Speaking of Trick. Speaking of whoop that Trick. Cross in. Header. That should be a handball. I don't care. That was not save caught. $55th minute. Cody Rhodes should have lost at WrestleMania. What the hell? No. Playing forward. This will be a goal kick for Pachuca. 56th minute. What? Playing forward is América. Vancouver's got to work on their structure. I agree. Shot cleared. Good. I agree. Long ball over the top. Pachuca. Ooh. They still are looking better so far in this half, even if they've been more defensively playing. Plays forward. Good. Mexico teams always play so damn late. Yeah, I was talking about that with someone earlier today. It's so late. I'm like, they're closer to mountain time. That's a problem. They're playing on the main. I was like, they're playing on the mainland. They're closer to mountain time. I think that's why it's so late. $57th minute. I agree with that. Prediction for WWE Draft, first pick of SmackDown and Raw. I'm going to say Cody Rhodes, first pick of SmackDown. First pick to Raw would be Damian Priest. Or maybe they'll wait till Monday for that. I don't know. CM Punk's going to definitely get drafted to Raw. Well, he'll get drafted wherever Drew goes, but I'm sure Drew's still got unfinished business. So, could be Drew McIntyre. I don't know. Maybe Becky Lynch is the first pick to Raw. I don't know. NXT. Honestly, Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin drafted to NXT. It's probably the best first pick they'll get. Player down for Club América. Uno. Esta noche. 1-1. 59th minute. Maxine Dupree to NXT. Yeah, I think that'll happen too. Yeah, I think that'll happen too. Player down, 59th minute. Free kick here. Isn't it crazy that San Diego FC is targeting Mexican players? No, because I mean they're very close to Tijuana. I mean you kind of want to get that Baja market. I think it's a smart play. I mean maybe not for results, but definitely for fan base growing. It's a smart play. For knowing you already have LA around you, you kind of have to do some. Right, to build out fan bases. You probably want to do something special to build a fan base, and you're very close to Tijuana and the Baja California. So you kind of want, I would say it's a smart play, at least to build a fan base. For results, I don't know, but for a fan base building situation, yeah, I think it's a smart play. I think Guillermo Ochoa is going to play better than he did in Italy. Not by much, probably, but somewhat, Can't be worse. Unless they put the worst defense around him, but, Carlos Vela sounds like he's going to go to San Diego FC. It's very likely that he'll end up playing for San Diego. So, I mean, that's something. I mean, you got San Diego, and for San Diego, you got Vela and Ochoa as your first two DPs. Question is, I don't know. California has 4 MLS teams. That's pretty crazy. Well, it's not surprising. It's California. I mean, seriously. I mean, how many basketball teams does that damn state have? You got 2 in LA. You got Sacramento. It's a big state. You got San Francisco. You got San Diego. And I mean, hell, San Francisco and Sacramento are more north of the state, and Oakland. Even though Oakland's pretty much lost everything, but you get my point. LA and San Diego are the south of the state, more northern, central part of the state, San Francisco, Oakland, Sacramento. I was saying more basketball, but my point is you got like 5 big cities in one state. In theory, and LA at least has 2 teams, and San Diego ain't far away. My point being is it's not too weird to have a state like California where they have 3, 4, 5 teams in one state. And Sacramento should be an MLS team. Who are we kidding? But they should be. But they got screwed over, but whatever. Sacramento deserves respect anyway, even if they're not an MLS team. But, they got screwed over anyway. Neymar is also on San Diego FC's radar. That's also a good play. Vela, Neymar, Ochoa. Definitely need more midfield help, but you know what? Sure. Shot. Header. Shot. Past the post. That'll be a goal kick. I agree with you. Exactly. Like, California and Texas and Florida are always going to be the states with the most teams in pro sports. In Florida, it's really just 2. Texas could have 3 or 4 teams. Culturally, North Carolina and South Carolina is different, so I can see why they have lots of teams. Exactly. Oh, also Anaheim. Let's not forget about Anaheim. They're targeting Chucky Lozano and Raul Jimenez. Well, at least you have, right now you probably should have multiple targets considering, but okay. Considering. Sam Lafferty missed a chance for Vancouver. Damn. He's a good player, but sometimes you just miss chances. Sixty-fourth minute. I heard Rados are going to try Cristiano Ronaldo, especially because Cristiano Ronaldo wants to be in the Club World Cup and Rados is in the Club World Cup. So wait, you're not kidding. So we are going to get Messi just thrown into that tournament. Okay. I knew there was some BS going on behind the scenes after Al Hilal or Al Nasser didn't make it. I knew there was some bullshit going on behind the scenes. They were not going to miss a Club World Cup. I thought that was unconfirmed. I thought that was confirmed to not be the case after like last week, but okay. Like Ulsan Hyundai got in. Wait, they already were in by winning. I think Asia has 4 spots. It was 22, 23, 24, right? Yeah, so no, they had to be in through whatever. Bautista on for Rodriguez. Thanks for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on Maxime Dupree getting a kiss from Otis backstage? Some motivation from Becky Lynch. Happy now. You know, it's an interesting storyline. The Chad Gable heel turn and him basically crapping on his proteges. It's an interesting story. I do sort of agree that I don't think Maxine's ready for a lot of main roster work yet. But it I guess it's useful that they're at least part of the story of Gable's heel turns. That's 66 minute. Cross in. Header over the bar. But 66 minute. Canucks needed that bad. Free kick, 67th minute. Rados signed CR7, USSF, and FMF will rig Leagues Cup so we get a Miami versus Rados final. Oh, you know they would. Cross in. Header. The final we should have got last year. Or at least people thought we would get before I got paid my $50 super chat. I wouldn't be surprised if they push Al Nassr to go to the Club World Cup because people want CR7 and Messi at the tournament. Man, I'm going to riot if they just bullshit at MLS Cup champions so Messi could be in that stupid tournament. So MLS Cup champions, honest, anybody who wants to win the MLS Cup should be rooting for frickin' Monterrey to win this tournament. If it ain't Columbus. Pachuca. So MLS Cup, the reigning MLS Cup champion can make the tournament. And they could just bullshit Philly out of it instead. Because I would rather them do that because Philly sucks anyway right now. So playing forward, Columbus should go. They're the best team. It's about this year's MLS Cup champions, not 23, 22, or 21. Now, what I think is the fairest thing to do is there be a MLS Super Cup after the MLS Cup final this year. The week after the MLS Cup final, we play a Wednesday semifinal, Sunday final. The 2 semifinals on Wednesdays, Sundays the final. We play MLS Super Cup. The 2024 champions play NYCFC in the first semi. Hosted by the 2024 champions, this trophy is, even if it is Toronto. No matter where it is, it's hosted by the 2024 champions. Then LAFC and Columbus have a rematch in the other semifinal. And then the winners of both semifinals play the final on the Sunday of that week after MLS Cup. Winner goes to the 2025 Club World Cup as the host nation. And hell, you could have, if Miami doesn't win MLS Cup, you could have them in New York play in a playoff to decide who gets that 2021 spot. Because honestly, you could argue that New York, I think it's unfair to screw them over, but that's probably the most fair argument of having a team having to re-qualify for that mini tournament against Miami if you so have to have Miami in there and they don't win MLS Cup. Hate to tell you. So we have another Noche d'Or-like match. So which Pachuca player would you like on Toronto? Rondon, Idrissi, De Elsa, Chiquito? I would like them all, but again, we still need a striker the most, so I'm going to go Solomon Rondon. I like Prince Owusu. I think he's playing well now. Here's the problem. I don't think it's I still think he could be upgraded on. So right now, Solomon Rondon. If not him, Idrissi, because we need a 10. But talking about a Super Cup, do we have a Super Cup like MLS Cup winner versus US Cup winner? No. I mean, we do have the Campeones Cup, which is MLS Cup champion versus the Campeón de Campeones, but that's not really an American Super Cup. That is a North American Super Cup. But it's also a Malero, so, yeah. But there's no American Super Cup. Sanchez coming on and Girault coming on. Girault on for Alejandro Zendejas. And Jonathan Dos Santos is off for Sanchez. Pachuca making a sub as well in the 72nd minute. They already subbed in Bautista. This is their second sub with 3 more to go in one window. 96 is Elias Montiel. Elias Montiel is on. So, yeah, I guess he will be coming to Monterrey. Alejandro Zendejas for Javaro de Rosen. Jonathan Dos Santos is off for Sanchez. Richard Sanchez, America's first 2 subs with 2 more windows. They have 3 subs with 2 windows. Pedro Pedraza is off for Elias Montiel. I'm not surprised, but the money will get him here. There'll be a backroom deal to find a way. There will be a backroom deal to find a way to get him to Monterrey. Trust me. I would put my bottom dollar on it. I would legitimately put my bottom dollar on it. Would not shock me at all. 73rd minute. '73rd minute. Playing forward is the 73rd minute. Malagon clears. I don't know, because he wants to be in the Club World Cup. Plays forward, America. Shot, save, 74th minute. I will say in Madrid wins 3-1 over Bayern Munich. That's my prediction. On aggregate, probably 5-2. That's my opinion. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. I think it should be a foul the other way. 74th minute. Boom. What's the score? 1-1. Still 1-1. Uno. Esta noche. That is a beautiful shot of the moon. That is cool. That was beautiful. It was beautiful. CR7 and Rayados would be crazy. Imagine them playing Liga MX games. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. Is that the same one? Yep, it is. Okay. Heard, according to Saudi football reports, Rayados are trying to hijack their imminent transfers as Sergio Canales from Rayados is trying to convince Nabil Fekir to come to Rayados. Player getting up. Cabral getting up. Back up 76th minute. There will be another sub for Pachuca, which means they've used all their subs and their 3 subs in all their windows with 2 subs still in the chamber. Oh no. Oh no. You can't do that. So if there's a player that gets hurt late on in this match, Adrisi's coming off. It's not even for an injured player. What? Oh Lord. So they're going to make this sub where if he doesn't come back on, Gonzalez for Adrisi, that is not. That's pretty cool. Cabral's off for Barreto. Okay, they used 2 of them. Okay, so Barreto's off for Cabral, and Adrisi is off. So Pachuca still had 1 sub left in the chamber, but they have no windows left. Adrisi for Gonzalez. But their subs are out. We don't sleep. Probably will. It probably will. '78th minute. Still 1-1. Playing forward. America has 3 subs left with 2 windows. So they still could leave a sub in the chamber if they only make 2 subs in the next 2 windows, but '78th minute. Getting to the final 10 minutes. '79th minute. Pachuca trying to get the lead here. Playing forward. Cleared away by Malagon. 79th, getting to the 80th minute. Good brought down. Still 1-1. As it stands, all Pachuca has to do is win at home. That's all they have to do next week is win at home. They've made this easy for themselves. If they win here, they've made it way more easier on themselves, but they're playing well. They're not giving up trying to get that winner here tonight with 10 minutes plus to go. Pachuca's in a good spot. Yep, they're in the catbird seat, to be totally honest. And if they keep playing like this at home, should make the final. 81st minute. Cleared. No foul. But there will be a stoppage of play. Mikolta is down. The goal scorer is down. Nine minutes to go. Plus stoppage time. '82nd minute. Junior Barranquilla 1-1 versus LDU Quito. Well, '82nd minute, playing forward. Houston side of player from LDU, yeah. '82nd minute, 8 minutes to go. Playing forward is Pachuca, looking for the winner. There's, oh, that rolls over the leg, or over the foot. That will be a throw-in for Pachuca, yes. Nope, wait. It is. Yep, it is a Pachuca throw-in. 83rd minute. Berlanga. '83rd minute. To be totally honest, I don't think there's been a player that's really wowed me in this game. I think Pachuca has earned the result by playing as a team. I don't think I will give man of the match if they... Hold on, 83rd minute. Playing forward is América. '84th minute. Apple TV might just get the rights for the new Club World Cup, by the way. So in theory, I guarantee you that the Intercontinental Cup this winter will probably be on Apple TV as well, if they do get that. Calvary FC 1-0 over Vancouver FC. Yep. Calvary are playing the Whitecaps in the quarterfinals of the Canadian Championship. Yep, we covered that. Or we touched on that. Header, 85th minute. 1-1, 1-1. Playing forward. Olivier Giroud signed to LAFC. Yep. But we knew that was happening like 3 weeks ago. Playing forward. Here comes Pachuca. Cross. Nobody there. And they don't get the second ball either. 85th minute. '86th minute. Match is stuck in the mud. Good for Pachuca, though. Playing forward, 86th minute. Again, Pachuca with another cross. No header. Nobody there for a header. 86th minute. Chivas is going with Prime next season, so I won't be surprised if Apple gets the rights to the Club World Cup. Wait, whoa. Does that mean, or is that just in Mexico? Or does that mean Chivas is going on Amazon Prime overall? Because if that's the case, Chivas home games on Amazon Prime, probably going to still be on Telemundo in the USA, but it would be nice if it was just Prime. I mean, a half Prime, so, that would be great. Would like to use Prime more. That would be nice. The NWSL does well on Prime, so I like Thursday Night Football on freaking Prime, but using Prime only for 15 weeks a year isn't the best, 87th minute in Mexico so far as I know. Okay, so still Telemundo in the USA. Cross in, blocked away. I don't think Televisa would honestly get the rights to Chivas home games, even if they were on Prime in Mexico. I think it still would be Telemundo. America to make another sub. This would be their second window once they get a chance to make the sub. '88th minute. '88th minute. America looks scared. They want this time to end. Yeah, Pachuca's been playing well since the goal. They've been the better team since the goal. It's a wonder they aren't winning. They honestly should be winning. I don't know why they're not. Pachuca's been playing better since they got scored on. They've answered. They've kept playing better. '88th minute. Brian Rodriguez on for Julian Quinones. '89th minute. Getting to the final minute. Plus stoppage time, of course. '89th minute. America has 2 subs and 1 window if they want to use them. It's late, so they probably won't. They'll probably leave those in the chamber, but who's to say? Playing forward, 89th minute. Avs going to win. Good. Here comes Pachuca. This could be the moment. And they get tackled. The ball gets tackled away. That's on Girault moving to LAFC. It's a good move for LAFC. They needed a striker. They got it. Bawanga and Girault are going to do freaking bits together, I swear. Corner. Going into the final. Going into stoppage time. This could be the last play before stoppage time, depending on the way it rolls. 10 seconds. '90th minute. How much stoppage time? 5 minutes. We got 5 more minutes. We go 95. 1-1, uno. First play is stoppage time. We got a corner. Boom. Header. Cleared. Going to roll out for a throw for América. .430 left to go. Pachuca gets a draw at Azteca. That's a really good performance. Long ball over the top. Javaro. Gorgiev had a bounce-back game. Good for him. Saved. That's the first minute down. 4 to go. Good run. Here comes Pachuca. Can they get a late winner on the night and put themselves in a really good position going into next week? '91st minute or 91st 30, 3.5 minutes to go. '92nd minute. Headed down. Cleared. Free kick. A free kick in a very dangerous position for Pachuca, given away by Lichnowsky. 3 minutes to go. This is the moment for Pachuca. Well, it's on TNA Impact. It's a good show again. Really big fan of Joe Hendry. But Impact Wrestling is getting back to a good moment for them. And Matt Hardy's back, so I'm happy to see that. But they're doing well. They're doing well. '93rd minute. Free kick. Pushing him back, 93-30. Tell him to roll over. Sit, Ubu, sit. America playing dub as usual. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Free kick off the wall. It's out for a throw. 94th minute. I don't know. Throw in, long throw in. Headed down. Pachuca still has the ball. It's out for corner with 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. Corner. Could be one of the last plays of the game. Oh, South Park got a dedicated Pluto TV channel. Let's go. '95th minute. Short corner kick. Still Pachuca, and they lose the ball. Another corner. Doesn't look like it. Probably a year or two, maybe 3 for both of Cavani and Di Maria. It's probably their this is probably their last big international tournament. América was always on the easier side. Well, I mean, Pachuca was too. You could make that argument for both teams. I mean, seriously. Short corner. Goal kick. Header. Over the top. Saved. Goal kick. Still going. 97th minute. Full time. Full time, and it's 1-1 after the first leg. 1-1 esta noche. Goals de visitar para Pachuca. Damn good performance for Pachuca. They needed a performance like that to start the tie away. All they have to do is win at home going into leg 2. That's exactly what you asked for. If you're Pachuca, that's exactly what you asked for. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification button. Subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. The second leg of this tie is a week from today. And by this time next week, we'll know our first semifinalist of this, or the first finalist of this tournament. With that being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.